Wagwan, my beautiful people. It's another nice day. Being that today is not Friday, remember today, the day that announcing Kindiki, the day of announcing Kindiki as the deputy president of Kenya. But without forgetting that, I just want to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening for all YouTube subscribers and all the returning subscribers. For those who are coming back to watch my videos, just have to wish you a very nice very nice moment. Continue watching my videos, subscribe, like, comment, and the thing gonna be very much okay, very much fine. But now, the environment here around, and also the climate, the weather condition here around, it is much more pleasing. Just it is sunny, but accompanied with a cool air that is just freezing the environment and making it somehow amazing and awesome for myself to just be just safe, and also prefer it to be a very conducive environment, or personally just staying here around. Being that today have been I'm starting the second month again of personally introducing myself to YouTube channel. My journey for real, what I can see, statistics are telling that is now a very good number of returning subscribers are tuning into my channel, and my channel is still growing in a very pleasing way, in a very exemplified way. It's true that I'm growing. It's true that I'm growing. Don't forget that I really appreciate those who are really turning to subscribe, watch my video, and for today, that is all about that I wanted to say, my friend. The environment here around, just the way I've just said. I have not got much more to say, but I just say that previously, 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 I managed to get myself to Menengai, where I took a look concerning the environment, and eventually, as well as you know, I have been here and there. Sometimes I have been Nakuru Game Park, Nakuru excavation soil harvestation. I have been in Ngambo there, Laikipia. I have been in Laikipia, and those are some of the environment. Those are some of the areas in this town of Nakuru that, for real, exemplify it to be a very beautiful town, very beautiful town. From the top there, this town has got hills. In spite that it lie at the Great Rift Valley, it has got hills, mountain. I don't know, I can call them mountains, but all sometimes they are banks of the valley. But what I can say is that on top of those hills, there are some building being built on top of them. You can just see behind me, there are some homes that, let me just try to crop to see. Okay, they are, from a very far distance, you can just see from behind there. You can just see those are some of the buildings that are just here around, and I'm taking this video from the from the compound of where I do stay. The compound is it's just a very nice compound. You can see that's a block. That's a block, and a wall block. That's a wall block. Neighboring, just around here, and that's making the fence, and that's the end of the thing. That's how the thing goes. That's how the thing goes. That's how the thing goes. My friends, without forgetting that, without forgetting that, without forgetting that at this position where I am just positioned my my camera, I'm seeing great things happening around here. I'm seeing great things. I wish we were with you. We were together. There's some great things happening. As I told you that there are things that are happening for real, and these things are happening in a very exemplified way, in a very exemplifying way. That despite that the weather is just frozen, my friend, I can see the sun is just now. There are some crowd above there. There are some crowds, and things are changing for real. It's mid lane today. It's mid lane today because yesterday and the past day there were no rain because I don't know what the reason was. I don't know really the reason what happened, but I can just say that there were no rain yesterday since morning till evening. That's how the day I spent it by day because I even took a nature walk, just walking around this area. I took a nature walk to the other part of Safa. I even went again to the other end there at All Nation there. Those are some of the areas that they toured, and the environment look nice. Despite that it's a village life, for real, it's a very nice environment for it to stay. It has no quarrels. There are no, there are no quarrels. There are no conflicts at all. Despite that it lie in the village, there are no any incidents of insecurity that you I can just say that sometimes you can find insecurity. This sometimes some do say that sometimes others they prefer staying when they just travel to a town. They just want to live within the town. Sometimes it's good to just take yourself to the village where you can just know how things are being conducted in a village life. In a village life, uh, you can just see as well as I can just say is that when you travel, all you take yourself to such nature walks. Sometimes you can get yourself to understand how things are being conducted. Because personally, I believe that I got to understand because previously as you can remember, I am Marwa. As I can say, the concrete dad used to have a group number of donkeys, and previous, as I can remember in those days, but now I don't know if concrete dad has got those donkeys. But they used to help us in the village because I previously understand that there's a day we were harvesting tobacco. There's a day we were harvesting tobacco, and Cograt Dad just came and with mkokoteni and a number of two donkeys, and he just he helped us to pull those mkokotenis. In those days when I used to be young, during the era of my dad, you understand, the late dad. Don't forget that. Congrats dad is a granddad. Is a granddad to me. He's a brother to Nyabwari. He's a brother to Nyabwari, the late Nyabwari, and that's how the thing goes. This day, and the only difference is that to this part here they don't plant tobacco. They plant maize and some food crops. but I haven't seen any cash crop being planted here around. I don't think there any cash crop being planted here around, but the only cash crop I think here is the timbers, and these timbers they can be the cash crop for real water, because what I can see here, I can just see maize being planted here around. Don't forget that I am in the village. I'm in the village. I just wanted to take a look concerning these people, how they conduct their village life. That's why I just managed myself to find myself in the village. Uh, that's why I have just took myself to the interior parts of the village. That's the main reason. That's the for real. That's the main reason. Uh, I have been even in some of, don't forget that I first stayed in Naka. That was the first place where I stayed when I lived in this town of Nakuru. That's the first, that is the only, that was the first place stayed in Nakuru when I lived there. During my school time, I used to stay somewhere down closer to Ngambo. I cannot advise you to go there because if it happened that don't I can say just say if you wish you can just go, but there sometimes I can prefer you just to stay closer to this part of here White House. I think closer to Safa. It's a very conducive, very exemplified area. It has got a number of advantages because I never had any problem of any incidents of any incidents that are gonna go against man's wish, but those are some of the issues that I have been I have been really I have just seen advantages of just moving and also traveling and also going away from home. They say that the more you stay, the more you see more. But for me, I don't know if it's the only way that I can see more. There are some of the ways that things cannot be shown. Because personally, if it happened that you have found yourself, don't forget that today is the day that Kindiki is being re-announced as the deputy president on Friday, date 1st of November. As Gashagwa has been impeached, and that's how this government is changing things. November, 1st November, in Bomas, things are really changing. The weather is not really predictable because what I can see sometimes is cloudy. Sometimes the sun just be surrounded by crowds, and wind is just blowing here and there, just to show that it may train for today, for real. It may train. That's how this thing have been for all those several days I have been staying in this town for real, and being that today I have just started the second month in this town, I have really negotiated with several individuals whom are associated with things that are here around, and things have really been changed to me because personally I never believed that I can personally found myself at this town because during my school time I used just to hear stories concerning that there's a hostry bad viewing area in Nakuru that has got I don't know the host I don't know this part's called flamingos that are found in Nakuru Game Park. Not Nakuru Game Park, but in Nakuru Lake Nakuru. That's how for real I have been hearing story, but now I have just come. It's the story have now come to reality that I can just go there and view to myself. I can just take a view of myself, and that's how the thing have been going. Yeah, because I believe it is just a matter of you availing where the attraction is. You know that's how for real you can just find yourself being attracted, because you cannot find, cannot that you cannot say that things are much attractive and I've never been attracted. Just but personally I can just confess that for real things are very attractive. Things are very attractive for real. Thing, yeah, they are very attracting. They are very attracting. Yeah, they are very attracting for real. Uh, then we need to see here around just there's some changes that there are some changes that I can just say they don't resemble from where I just come from, because to what I know is that there are things there are things that, for example, as I told you that donkeys are being used to transport water to our home, to our part there. They are used to transport luggages, like when sometimes we harvest during those days when when this thing we call BT. During this time when BAT was at a good rate, it was well working, BAT and society and also together with the alliance, they were just working in a very good condition, in a such a way that the sellers of cash crop tobacco were given a great bonus, and also their tobacco was graded in a great order. Uh, we used to have some individual around there used to have bulls and also donkeys that could help to transport those luggages, because tobacco when it is in it is still in its green coloring matter, it has a very great weight in such a way that you cannot lift it when just placed with you cannot manage to transport a heck of tobacco from where you are at once. It may take you it may cost you for real. And if it sometimes as I can say, to our part there are some changes, like during the way they carry this this thing we call water. In spite that if it happened that someone have happened to go and fetch water, there's a way they carry that it doesn't resemble the way we do to carry at our part there. They just tie a rope. They just tie something like a reso, something like a reso, and to the jerry can, and they just place it to their back, as the lasso ties to the forehead, as it goes back behind to the backbone, where the jerry can is. That's the way. That's some of the ways that I have seen things are not really equal. They're not really resembling the way we conduct ours at our home there. Also, I've just seen a number of individuals have got a number of exemplified life, like their life here. In spite that they are living in the village, uh, the fact that they're living in the village, I have just seen that even in the village people can rent. They can rent in the village, in village life. They can rent there, and to our home there, I don't see people renting to to the village. But also the way these buildings are being built here around, I haven't seen any semi-permanent around here, but they're all constructed with things like rocks, I mean stones, and also concrete. They can see very well. That's how been the view that I took around here to see, and I've not really managed to see any of the building build of semi-permanent for real, build of mud. I haven't seen anyone. I can just say these people are really, 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 really grateful and also blessed. People here around are really grateful and also blessed. They are really grateful and also blessed. Uh, to the trees around here, I can just say trees around here I just planted. I feel like to take water. I feel I'm thirsty. I'm thirsty. I feel like to take a bottle of water. I'm feeling thirsty. To the trees around here, I can't see the because even this one behind me, you believe it is a planted tree for real. These are planted tree. These are planted tree for real. These are planted tree, but it is original life. To it is original life. We believe this tree can grow by itself. But it has got a very good shade. It has got a very good shade. From the behind, you can just see creating like umbrella shape. You can just see that's how when this tree grow bigger and to its maturity, it tend to create something like an umbrella shape to just provide a shade. And I really like these trees. I tried to plant them at home. I tried to plant them at home, but they never grew because I have got a number of herd of cattle that will just maneuver on top of them and distract their growth rate. Sometimes, sometimes I can just remember these these things have been for real. This place where I am, when it rains for real, when it rains, the water accumulates in a such a way that the place is just it's just sloppy. It is just sloppy, but it's just sloppy in a such a way that it's it's required construction of channels that can drain water in a very in a such a way that water doesn't accumulate here around. Uh, that's how this area. For real, you can just see how green it is. How you can just see from the far, and it's just very, very, very nice. Just very nice, very nice. Well, it's very nice. I can just see from the far end there. Far end there, you can just see some donkeys carrying. That's how they. That's how things goes. You can just see. Yeah, you know, at this part here, to our past there, we just economize. Uh, I once staying with someone who had been living in Turkana. With someone who had been living. This is the part behind our. This is how our part behind look like. Behind our where we stay. Behind where we stay. It just look like it has a lot. It has got a road that move behind it. It's not a very bad area. It's not a very bad area. When it happened that you have just found yourself at this part, You just have to take a look of how to just do things in a very exemplified way. Like previously I managed to take a nature walk to a furniture shop where I just found a very good number of sofa sets being just the sofa set are being for real there. The sofa sets are being for real. These sofa sets are really being made with a very technical individuals who have gained several very good skill in such a way that they can create a sofa set that really attract uh, using the timber that I have told you that are being transported by these good donkeys around here, by these donkeys that are being these donkeys as just here. I've never seen these donkeys being aggressive, that in such a way that they can interfere with individuals. That's how for real. That's how for real. I have got Marvin. I've got a Marvin here, and I'm feeling somehow hot. Something like I'm sweating. I'm sweating because the environment not as usual. Because we can try to see. Can try to see. This is the sun. It is the sun. It is somehow sunny. And that's how the thing is. That's how the things are here. From the far ends, I'm just seeing tall buildings here around. Remember, this is a village. Remember, this is a village, but there's some tall building here around. Very tall. But to our home there, you can just find the only tall building we have there is the John Bosco, the old, the old building that we know. And to the opposite side, you can just see the Moshi Hospital. As you move to the other side, closer to as you are heading closer to St. Anne, Sanjeras, Merich, there, just found on the way some of the few buildings there which are tall. Where you can just see Monyabwas is one of the tallest building at our home there. But that cannot be the only things that are really attracting me to just travel to this part. It has got a number of jobs for real opportunities. It has got a number of job opportunities because at part there we just believe it's just farming is the best thing we can just do. But to be just sincere is that this part has got a number of job opportunities because you can just employ yourself. Because I even found some individual just selling this kind of fruits. As you can, fruits are being removed their coats, their seed cover, and packed in a very good polythene. Packed in a very good polythene in such a way they are covered to protect them from germs and worms. When they are protected so, someone just place them in a very a transparent tin where you just maneuver around, just selling like a hawker. You can just, that's how the tingo goes. But the other side, I also see they also brand, and you just take juicy of those fruits sometimes. Also, sugarcane is being machined, like they just brand it. They just brand it in a machine where the juice is just the water are just removed from the sugarcane tree, and you just take a tasty drink, a tasty juice of sugarcane. And those are some of the job opportunity that people have tried to employ themselves in such a way that they're earning income for real. They're earning income. But to where you just come from, you just have to chew by your mouth, struggling. Sometimes you can find yourself even some even injuring your mouth with the strength of the sugar cane, because to the order or to those parts where I come from, there are a number of variety of sugar cane. Some of them tend to be very hard to chew in such a way when you find yourself in occasion that you have got, and you are chewing chewing these sugar canes. Find yourself sometimes they're very hard for real. But to this side here, I have managed to see that people also have tried to create it as a job opportunity in such a way that some sugarcane are being transported from Kisii County to this county, where they're being transported from Kisii County to this part again. They're being transported from the part of Kisii County to this part, and that's how I can see that there's some people who have employed by itself by using such means of a business. But where I just even initially got myself to test about to take a test about how they taste for real. They're really tasty. They are very tasty. I even found myself spending a lot there just buying sugarcane, because when it happened that you purchase a sugarcane, the sugarcane is being removed. They move this thing we call the its cover, and then it's cut into small pieces, and then it's cut into small pieces in such a way that when you just it's a matter of just chewing, and that's how the thing go. How they for real, I like the way they conduct their things here around. It's in spite that being is a town, and don't forget that it have been developed to a city. Is the latest city we have currently. Is the latest city we have currently. The latest city we have currently. Can imagine to till to the village, people use these blocks, these stone for building. Till to the village, you can see how they are really blessed, because personally at our home there you cannot really afford to purchase such a kind of material during the time of construction. You just have to use sometimes mud, all to develop to those who have gear. You can just hear some wind is the environment have it's really changing. It cannot be predicted, but to what I can say, the weather is really changing. It's really changing for real. It's changing, really changing for real. I cannot manage to predict it, because toward and I have found myself washing my coat. I don't know how it's gonna be, because I don't. Niaje? Okay, I don't know how it's gonna be, but I'm gonna see how to do, because it was the only thing I had for today. It was the only thing. It is somehow windy, big that it is freezing. It's freezing this area, like it's making the areas tend to be somehow cold. As I can see, the wind is just coming from the other part of the ocean, the other part of the lake. Uh, that is where this wind is coming from. That's where this wind is coming from. and it's very cold in a such a way that if it happened that you just take shower, my friend, you're gonna find chicken pox developing around your skin. Your skin. That's so. Your skin for real. Uh, the environment is not much more popular. Like the summer was sparsely. Like there's some not much more. Like I cannot say like it's not much more populated, but. That's how I believe that's how village life is, because no congestion at all, because the sparsely population really is really well known to be in part of villages, and to my time here, the time is just moving, time is just moving, time is just moving. Don't forget to just subscribe if you are new to my channel. You are new to my channel. Uh, uh, for this time here, I can just see cypress can grow to the very tall, to such a tall height. But to what I believe, these things of you can just see from that part. That's the cypress tree. That is a cypress tree. This one here, this tall one, this tall one. This tall, this tall tree here is a cypress tree. You can see how they grow, because I can see, but to our home there, they grow very slowly.